Hello and welcome to a little early wish guide covering the first Bone Bottom and the Flexile Spines wishes. Wishes in Silksong are basically something like side quests, and as far as I can tell they are mostly optional. Usually these are not explained in detail or shown on the map, so they can be a bit more difficult to fulfill. This guide will explain the mentioned wishes thoroughly, so spoiler warning if you have not yet finished going through the first areas. When hovering over the wishes you will get a short explanation and sometimes a reward is shown. Most of these have a reward even if it is not shown. Also sometimes completing all wishes can lead to more new wishes appearing later. The first time you arrive in Bone Bottom, the wish wall is still under construction. Flick the Fixer is hard at work and will not be finished until you consume the Silk Heart by beating the Bell Beast and unlocking the fast travel. At that point, Flick will be finished and you can accept your first wishes. Some wishes like berry picking can also be initiated by talking to the appropriate NPC directly. The first wish, Bone Bottom Repairs, does not have a direct reward. Instead, it is a donation of shell shards. Shell shards are a currency that is automatically collected and not lost upon death. There is a maximum to how much can be carried at a given time though. By hitting objects like the statue with your needle, you can gather a decent amount of shards. Rocks like these can also be attacked. If the shards fall to the ground, they will not despawn until collected. Unless they fall into unsafe terrain. Shards can also be collected by killing enemies. Usually, the larger the enemy, the more shards. Enemies that drop only shards respawn on a screen change, so you can always farm for more. If you want more shard drops, you can get the shard pendant shown here on the map. Enemies drop more shell shards when wearing it. It can be found by following this path the first time you reach the marrow. To finish the wish, simply donate 200 shell shards at the wish wall. You need to have 200 shards in your inventory at the moment of donation. As mentioned, this does not have a direct reward, but at least Flick will be happy. The Garb of the Pilgrims wish requires you to fell violent pilgrims and grab their shawls. A rosary bead is offered as a reward. These shawls can be looted from most pilgrims in the beginning area. If you want to complete it quick, I recommend using the shortcut elevator left of the village, which hopefully should be unlocked at this point. In the area above the Bone Bottom village there are 5 pilgrims that can be easily taken care of. Simply loot the bodies after defeating the pilgrims. Using this bench, the pilgrims can be respawned. Since you need 12 shawls and there are 5 pilgrims here, you will need roughly 2.5 rounds before you are finished. Items like the shawls are not lost upon death. The game will tell you that the wish has been updated when all have been collected. Simply head back over to the wish wall and turn the shawls in once you are done. A reward, a bead with 120 rosaries. Very nice. Keep these unopened unless you need the rosaries. Like this, they are also not lost upon death. For the berry picking wish, we are sent by the moss druid to find 3 moss berries. 2 of these can be found in the very first area, the Moss Grotto. And overall there are 4 easy to reach in the early game. I've marked them all on the map here. We will take a closer look at each one of these, starting from the bottom and then going up. The first mossberry is located close to the beginning of the game, after jumping up these stairs and over the platforms. The second one is on the way up and can be a bit tricky if you don't have the Silk Spear ability. If you have it, simply jump and use it. If you don't have it or don't want to use it, you can poke off the enemy for some extra hate. The third one is carried by an Agnet above Bone Bottom Village. You can kill it by pogoing on it, but simply using a Silk Spear after waiting for it is much easier. The fourth one is hidden away close to the Moss Druid. Simply leave to the left and go down. After dropping down there is a hidden path to the right with another mossberry wielding Agnet inside. The Moss Druid can be found at the top of Mossholm, marked on the map here. After gathering enough mossberries, turn them in to see the druid cook up a little storm. Judging by the druid's enjoyment, it seems to be a very fun soup. As a reward, we get the Druid's Eye, an amulet that fills up some silk as we take damage. It takes up a blue slot on the crest. The Flexile Spines wish can be found in the far fields marked here on the map and has an amazing reward. Accept it by talking to the seamstress. She requires us to find 25 spine cores. Simply head to the right of the seamstress to find a field of hokas. Spine cores can be harvested from the hokas, not as a drop by killing them, but rather by provoking them into attacking. The projectiles they shoot out can be attacked to gather a spine core. Once you have gathered 25 of these, the game will update the wish. At this point, head back to the seamstress to receive your Drifter's Cloak. The Lost Fleas wish can be a bit more of a long-term wish if you try to find fleas on your own, as these are usually quite well hidden. The caravan itself can be found in the Marrow, marked here on the map. Flea Caravan Master Mushka wants more fleas for his caravan and tasks us with finding 5 of them. There are many more of them, but some fleas are accessible quite early. It doesn't matter which fleas you find exactly, but I will show you 5 of the earliest fleas you can get here. The first flea can be found shortly after getting the dash ability. Simply follow the shown path from this bench to find it. The second flea can be found in the far fields. From the fast travel point, follow this path to reach it. There will be a wall along the way which has to be broken by attacking. Also, there will be an ambush after freeing the flea. The third flea is hidden directly next to the Deep Docks fast travel point. Find it by opening a hole in the wall here. You have to attack while jumping to reach the weak spot. The fourth flea can be found by following this path from the Marrow fast travel. The last flea is located in the beginning area of the Hunter's March. It can be found by following this path from the bench shown on the map just now. You will have to beat the Scar Guard standing in the way first though. I marked all shown flea locations on the map here with the silver rings. Once 5 fleas have been saved, you can go back to the caravan and turn in the wish. The caravan will travel to Greymoor and offer to take you with them. The ride is optional. Once in Greymoor, another reward can be gained. The Flea Brew. It can be used in a red slot and temporarily increases your movement speed and attack speed. Very nice. And with that, all of the first Wishwall wishes and the Seamstress wish are completed. Hope this was helpful to you, and if you guys enjoyed, I might make more, as there are many more wishes after this. But until then, that's all for now, and hopefully see you guys in the next one.